open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on.
Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. Just kidding. This is my house though. Today is August 1st, another episode of A&F Sports Talk. I'm without my buddy AB today. But AB, if you're watching this, I'll see you in 12 days, bud. We haven't made an episode in a very long time, so apologize for those of you that subscribe. August 1st, like I said, so we are in the middle, right smack in the middle of baseball season. Well, about 2/3 of the way through. Lots of things have happened in the sports world since we've been MIA. So I guess we'll go ahead and start. I myself am a huge Mariners fan, so right now, I mean, we're 52-51 in the AL East, third place. Kind of disappointing, kind of not. I mean, first time we've had a winning record at this point in the season in a few years, so, you know, all's well that ends well. But yeah, to get started with baseball, today, the trade deadline, pretty exciting stuff going on in the baseball world. Trade deadline, lots of moves were made. Trade deadline was just ended about, it was at 4 o'clock Eastern time, so 3 o'clock Central here in Texas. Lots of moves were made. I mean, of course, the trade deadline just ended. Right now, the Rangers, I think, are the team that made the biggest splash with the trade deadline today. They got the old geezer, Carlos Beltran, for a couple prospects. So they traded a couple other prospects to the Yankees to get Carlos Beltran. Of course, as we know, Beltran, 22 home runs, batting .304. He's having a great year. I don't know what it is with the old guys this year. I mean, Big Papi, too, is going off. But yeah, Beltran's still producing at a very high level at his age. Going to be a very valuable asset for the DH position. The Rangers also acquiring Jonathan Lucroy from the Brewers. For those of you who don't know, all-star catcher right there. He's a great player. So with this, I believe the Rangers are making a statement. They have set their sights on winning this year. They said, screw the future. We're not looking for the future. We want to win now. So with that being said, with those trades, I think that's what they're trying. They want to win now. Acquiring players like Beltran, who only has a year or two left at most. They want talent to help them out right now, especially with Prince Fielder now being gone. So that will help out in the DH position. So quick rundown right now of the first place teams. We got the Rangers in the AL East, the Astros in second, Mariners in third. AL Central. Who do we have in the AL Central? Welcome to my house. Sorry, that song stuck in my head. Anyway, and then the NL in the AL East. Oh my God! Don't even get me started on the AL East. That stuff is crazy. Three teams within a game and a half of each other. You have the Orioles in first. You have the Blue Jays, who kind of started off slow at the beginning of the season, but now they're picking it up. In second place now, you have the Red Sox in third place. All, I mean, very, very close race there. And then the NL, I mean, you have the Nationals, you have the Cubs, of course, and you have the Giants. So that should be interesting right there. The Indians, sorry, in the AL. The Indians, that's interesting. I mean, you had the Cleveland Cavaliers, who, I mean, come back from a 3-1 deficit, win the NBA Finals, and now the Indians are gonna looks like they're gonna make the playoffs for the first time in a while and make a run for it. So that should be interesting for the city of Cleveland. Their luck's finally turning around on them. Lots of young talent there with Lindor and Santana. So real quick, I'm gonna get down to it. My prediction for the ALCS and the NLCS right now. I mean, of course, it's 2 months away still, but my prediction: the NLCS. I believe we are going to have Cubs and Giants. Cubs have kind of their hot streak. I mean, they were winning. I mean, like pretty much almost every game. They've kind of cooled off a little bit. But they're still playing very, very good baseball, at a very high level. An exciting win last night for them against my Mariners. I mean, we're up 6-0. They come back, storm back, win 7-6. I was very upset, very frustrated, but that's an exciting win for the Cubs right there. They have shown, I mean, last year, you know, they went to the playoffs. This year, I believe they're going to make it all the way to the NLCS, at least. If not the World Series, you'd have to be crazy if you think that they're not I'm not going to get to that point considering the level of baseball they've been playing. And the ALCS gets a little interesting. I'm going to go ahead and, as much as I don't like the Rangers, I'm going to say the Rangers and, believe it or not, the Red Sox. I know they're only holding on to that second wild card spot right now, but there's something about the Red Sox that I think is going to get them. They have what I consider to be the best offense in all of baseball. Big Papi, who's in his farewell tour, 40 years old, batting well above 300, belting home runs all over the place. He is playing. He's still the pinnacle of that offense at 40 years old. And then you have, of course, Xander Bogaerts, Jackie Bradley Jr. Those guys, those young guys that have. I mean, they put the bat on the ball and they get on base, and they're superb base runners too. Great outfielders, great. Just great offensive players. They're all. The Red Sox have. So many different players batting above 300, whereas so many teams don't even have one player batting above 300. And Mookie Betts. How did I forget Mookie Betts? These guys, together they have a great offense. Pitching, different story. Might need a little help in that department, but I believe that they're going to make a run for it, and it's going to be the Red Sox and Cubs World Series. Wow, big statement. I hadn't even thought about that prediction before, but Red Sox and Cubs. I don't know why I got so close to the camera. Sorry. Other news, of course. We have preseason football coming up. All the teams are in training camp mode. Sorry, there's some noise outside going on. I don't know what that is. So excited for football season coming up pretty soon. So all you fantasy football players are probably getting ready for that. I know I am, and all that. What else has happened in the sports world? Big news for me, of course, as a Spurs fan. Tim Duncan retired. Very sad. I'm sorry if anything goes wrong in the video or whatever, but as something happened, like my storage ran out or whatever. But as I was saying, very sad day in the sports world. Tim Duncan retired. The GOAT, the greatest power forward of all time, as I think. 5 championships. He won a championship in 3 different decades, which is unbelievable. So yeah, that was a bad news. But he had a great career. I was hoping he would stay one more year and finish out that contract, but he didn't. Manu Ginobili decided to come back, which is great. But no more big 3 for the Spurs. Tim Duncan gone. So this next year, this next NBA season will be the first season, basically that I have pretty much ever seen without Duncan or Kobe. So that's going to be pretty different. All the idols are growing old, and a new generation is coming in, which is good. Of course, but it was just sad to see Tim Duncan go. But he's had a great career, and I live in San Antonio during the school year. I go to school at UTSA, so I don't know. Maybe I'll see Tim Duncan at Old Navy or something. But anyway, that's just basically a little bit of what I wanted to talk about today. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back with more once baseball starts closing in on the postseason, and of course talk about preseason football once it gets going here in a few weeks. So see y'all next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.